our physiques even have an intelligence, man. You know, it's like when you catch a cold, you might not consciously know it, but your nose start running, trying to get rid of that foreign body.
That smart fabric, son.
Yeah. You know, for those who want to separate the spiritual from the physical, y'all, I need y'all to realize that your DNA is a germ, you know, organism that has never known death, and it has been here from the very beginning.
Oh.
It is immortal.
There we go.
The answer to the question,
no doubt.
60051, to answer your question, I think is called movie 4K dot T-O. You know, that's what I think. That's all I can remember. It didn't even y'all.
They folded 2K, now 4K popped up, so it's movie 4K dot either com or TO. Yeah, you're correct in that.
Yeah, okay, very well. And KT took it to the, you know, he left very little room for elaboration. You know, I just want people to know that the fatherhood message and the rebuilding the father and resurrecting fatherhood is definitely needed. You know, there's never been a time where everybody's wondering why everything's so loose and fancy free. Okay, because there has been no men there to guide the morals of their sons. Okay, which is why we got children engaging in all that la. Yeah.
Exactly.
This is what happened when fathers turn their backs on their seed.
Yeah, they stay in the bubble, just like in the movie. Did you peep that, son? The homeboy was in the bubble. I said, wow. They didn't hide that one bit. She said, yeah, stay in here. Don't come in here till I tell you to come out. Okay.
What's deep is how oblivious the monster was to the fearless. You see?
Yeah.
This is a message. That message in and of itself is so profound. It's a profundity, you know, that you can act as you will when you are fearless, man. You can move about without restriction when you are fearless, without inhibition. And being proactive is the message of Mars and the message of courage. All right? And that this being active is the first step in initiating any action, man. You must be proactive, man. And its intelligence and its courage is going forth without any regard for what may fail, what may obstruct you. And that frame of mind, once you attain it, it's like a forever high. You never come down. You understand? I understand what that is. When you overcome your fear of water, now you can swim. Okay? Mm-hmm. You overcome your fear of fire. Now you can be a welder. All right. So it's the same message all the way through and through. You know, I'm just looking at how the heavens coincide with that. All this activity in Aries, where this brother has his North Node. You know, Will has his North Node. So his ultimate impact on humanity. That's the North Node point in your birth chart. As a human being, anybody, look at that chart according to the day they were born. And the North Node will tell you what impact they are actually here to receive and make the most. And what will be received, what impact will be made, and what impact they will receive the most from their interaction here, regardless of what you or they do. You see? This is that part of you that when somebody reads it accurately in your birth chart, they be on some old, oh, damn, man, I always do that. That's me to the bone. I've been doing that since I was a little kid. Well, that's what your purpose is here. You know? Right. So, you know, this goes towards the accomplished tycoon, businessman, entrepreneur, anthroposophical, you know, type of exemplary person all the way down to the grungiest, a bum on the street, grimy criminal killer. You dig? And we are all people, and that we all have a contribution to make, like a fiber optic network. You see? And the nature of your contribution is going to ring and resonate the strongest according to where you came in here at. So it behooves us to use the tools that we was given. You know?
Now, Cosmos, you can stay with us. Let me open up the line and bring some more of these callers in, because these hands are definitely, you know what I'm saying, they reach into the sky. So let me go to a caller from an 864 caller, 864-313. 864-313 caller. Peace.
Peace, hotel, brother. How y'all doing?
Greetings. All is well, brother.
How are you?
I'm doing just fine. I just want to give a big shout out to you, brother, KT, the arts degree, for bringing that awesome food tonight, definitely, and also you, brother Cosmo,
brother,
for doing your thing, man. So I was just gonna say some stuff earlier, but it's like not a damn thing that can be said, bro. So we definitely appreciate we appreciate the food, bro. So definitely keep on keeping on, man. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Indeed, caller.
Thank
you, brother. We want to thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah. All right. Peace, brother. Peace.
Peace.
Okay. We have another hand up. Caller from the 803. Caller from the 803, 206-803. Caller. Peace.
Peace. Good. It's Palmetto Star, the Ratchet Revolutionary. I'm just sitting here listening, and, man, you guys got a lot of good points, and it's like crazy. I just seen the movie At the Earth, and it's just crazy with symbolism. The big hawk and vulture thing was just an incredible symbol to me as far as, Kemetic and the Heru energy. You can feel all of that in there. Some of the points that I think that are the most valid points are, the points of unity. I think that is one of the messages that is the most important, that Will brings out. 3 is the new 1, like you guys were saying, because we have to unify across all boards, It's like, we watch TV and they give us this illusion of competition, but all these people are working together. You watch TV, all the channels are owned basically by Viacom.
Right.
Pump the gas. All the gas stations are basically owned by Haviland. So there is no competition. They give us this illusion of competition, this illusion of difference between, and especially in the mass media, that we have to compete against one another, that we have to fight towards something against one another. But this is not true. Unity is the most important thing that we could do right now. And I'm so glad that you brought that about, brought that So that's the most important thing that we can do right now. But I did want to build on something that you had said, and that is the Shin, or the Shun that you were talking about, that Will was wearing, that's constantly said, that's in his daughter's name. And Shin, or Shun, Shin is actually the Hebrew word for black sun, which, as you guys know, is also the symbol, the swastika symbol, the one that, Hitler was using. And, that has great power. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even the Vietnamese used it. The Vietnamese actually won the war, used that symbol of the black sun. And that is a very, very, very powerful magical symbol. So, I thought that was key. And, we got to be unified. And this is why I want to put this out there. I'm part of the NTR, which is the Knights of the Round. We are the Masons, the Masonic energy that the Prophet Bobby Hemmett, the prophet that Phil Valentine was talking about, these black Masons that want to bring a supernatural change to this world, that are bringing a supernatural change. And I come here with my own, expression of unity. I want everybody to, we're looking for people that are of a high spiritual nature. If you want to know what the NTR is, it's the Black X-Men. If you want to sum it up, I could give you guys a more in-depth thing when you contact me. Just hit me up at 2RAWFORTV, that's TOORAWFORTV@gmail.com, and we could build a little bit further, because we are looking to build, we're looking to build people, connections with people of like minds, of high spiritual nature, so that we can bring about this change. It's all about unity, and that's what we're talking about right now. And I think that formats like this and venues like this where we actually talk about that are necessary, but I think it is good to take it a step further and start bringing it into the action realm with different people, and that's what we're doing right now, and building up our own supernatural power.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
And shout out to my brother L, man. Shout out to L. I know he's out here. Shout out to Lola K. He's out here too. So, but this movie was definitely written by Will for us. You know what I'm saying? Will's probably listening to this right now. I mean, they're serious. He's probably listening to all this right now somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Because,
right.
He has that same chemical mind state, he brought this to the masses for a reason, so that we can talk about it. It may not go big in the box office, but guess what? Because we're talking about it, it's definitely going to be a cult classic. So, that's why he brought it to the forefront, so we could have these discussions and open up. And, 3 is the new one. I think that is the biggest message that I had to put out there is unity and unify. When we talk about the predicament that we're in right now, Europeans took people out of their prisons, out of their jails, to engage in the slave trade. You know what I'm saying? Now, these Europeans didn't agree with these rapists. They may have, but they were different people. Different types of people, but they all unified for one common thing. And that's what they did. No matter what their mind states were, they were able to unify with them on some level. They took out people from their jails to fight different people, black people in different countries and all that other stuff. So, we got to unify on all of it. Everybody could be utilized, and we must be unified. So that's basically the message that I have to give out. And, if you are of a spiritual nature and want to get to that supernatural level, that's the level that we're on, and at the NTR, hit me up at 2RAWFORTV@gmail.com, because we're making a supernatural change that has been seen by witnesses and people know about it. So that's the message that I want to give out to you guys and my brothers that are listening, brothers and sisters that are listening.
All right, brother. We definitely appreciate the information that you brought forth, as well as, your calling, the call that you're putting out to those that want to take this into the action realm. So we definitely appreciate that. All right?
No doubt. Be easy.
All right, brother. Peace.
Peace.
Okay. All right. I do see a hand up in the call queue, brother, that we've been waiting for sometime throughout the night. Our brother disappeared. No, there he goes. Okay. Caller from the 757-342. 757 caller.
Peace. Peace. What's good?
Yo.
To the God.
Peace. Clico. What's good?
Good,
What's up, brother?
I missed the whole thing.
What's up, brother?
I'm chilling, man.
I mean, we set it up for you, though. You got the layup. You're on some LeBron right now. Like, you got the no-look from Wade, not Bosh. Pause. Just go ahead and dunk the ball, man. Do what you do.
Before you dunk,